Hi there. Oxford Shortwave Log channel will be 2 years old in August. I actually signed up in June, but August was the first post that I ever uploaded. Radio Havana, Cuba, with the Texan PL360. I mentioned to somebody a while ago that I do a short video just to share the analytics of the channel to date. I'm not sort of precious about these things. Some of you might find it interesting. So since I started the channel, we are looking at over 196,000 views and over 900 subscribers. And interestingly, I set myself a little target of 250,000 views by Christmas and 1,000 subscribers. So kind of well on the way to achieving that, which will be brilliant. I never imagined that there would be this much interest in videos that I had recorded, and you know, I get more enjoyment out of the hobby through the channel because it's a big part of it, sharing reception video, sharing information, discussing equipment, receivers, antennas, etc. And with, you know, if it hadn't been for this channel, you know, Benito wouldn't have contacted me and asked me if I was interested in receiving their antenna products for testing. So, you know, all in all, it's worked out very well for me. And as I said, I thought I would share some of the analytics with you. So, in the lifetime of the channel, there have been nearly 279,000 minutes watched, with an average view duration of 1 minute and 21 seconds. That hasn't changed very much, actually. It's been around about that for quite a long time. And although I sometimes tend to upload longer videos, you know, people's patience seems to kind of hover around that figure. So nearly 197,000 views, so nearly 200,000, which is brilliant. Over 10,000 likes, 135 dislikes, nearly 8,000 comments, and over 5,000 shares, and over 1,000 videos in playlists, which is, you know, brilliant. If we look at it in real time, so this is right now, so in the last 2 days, about 1,300 views. This figure sort of tends to hover around about 1,000. Sometimes it dips just under, but it's usually about 1,000. On occasion, when I have uploaded an article for the SWLing Post and it's of interest, then this can sometimes go up to 2,000. But my articles on the Post are, some of them generate a lot of interest, some of them sort of generate moderate interest, so it depends. Usually if it's about reception reports, it always generates some interest, but if I write an article about a particular receiver, review an antenna, then they're generally more popular and this number goes up. But it's interesting, if you look at the last 2 days, my kind of unboxing and first impressions of the MA305 has had over 200 hits. My quick test of the sensitivity on the whip using Radio Sultanate of Oman for the Sangean Eton has had 160 hits. First impressions of the Sangean, 64. But then what's perhaps more interesting is that, this is, I don't know, is this a top 10 but within that top 10 are some much older videos. So this is my review of the PL310ET, which had 35 hits, although I did it last November. The PL310ET, I did an ETM scan on the barbed wire fence in December, that's had 30 hits. And similarly, a comparison of the sensitivity on telescopic for the PL310ET and the PL360 last November is up there. With the most viewed videos in the past 2 days. Beginning of October, shipping forecast on Longwave with my Hacker Sovereign, which I want to do some more videos on. That's a brilliant radio. It's had 17 hits in the past 2 days. And then some really old videos. These are the kind of most popular. So although, well, this video on how to use the FDM Duo for shortwave listening without a computer has had 13 hits. And you know, that video's, you know, way over a year old. So you can see these are some older videos are still receiving sort of fairly consistent hits. Okay, there's a Mashal Radio Sri Lanka, which was October 2015. My kids were helping me. Still in the sort of top 20. So right, demographics. This is male, female, so not many girls interested, but obviously a few. Mostly guys from 18 to 65 plus. The most popular age range being 45 to 54 years. Kind of not surprised about that, really, I suppose. Young people don't remember shortwave in its heyday. I do, because I was a kid in the 1970s and 1980s. So that's, I guess, not too surprising. Right, analytics. So this is watch time geographically, and so the darker the shade of blue, the more minutes watched. So United States, a total of nearly 65,000 minutes, which is equivalent to 44 days of watch time in total. Great. United Kingdom, 44 days, and then you've got Canada, 7 days, nearly 8 days. Russia, 4.5 days. Australia, getting on for 5 days. Brazil, 3.5 days. Maybe not surprising, as I've spent time there, and that will have catalysed some watches in Brazil, I'm sure. Germany, 14 days. So interesting that the majority of the watch time is North America, Brazil, and sort of Europe. Africa, much less well represented. It's all very light blue. Still some watch time, but it's kind of measured in minutes mostly. Some time in India, not much time in China, less than an hour. Japan, 2.5 days. So there you go. So interesting to see that. And then playback location. So 255,000 minutes actually on YouTube, embedded in external websites and apps, 13,000. I mean, that's, some of that are my reception videos for the SW Post, I'm sure, and then other next to nothing. Right, likes, lifetime for the lifetime of the channel, 10,000 likes, and again, you've got this scale. So for Canada, 66 likes per 1,000 views, a total of 528. Russia, 180 likes per 1,000 views, so that's 18%, I guess. Kazakhstan, very similar. Iran, there you go, 25%, 8 views, 250 per 1,000. So that's interesting. We have here Colombia. There you go, 88 likes, 489 per 1,000 views, so only 50%. Similarly, Argentina, 14%. So interesting. Obviously, with the number of views in North America, you would expect a lower ratio, but nevertheless quite interesting to see that the geographical areas where the percentage of likes per view is highest is actually Russia, Kazakhstan, Iran, and Ecuador, and then Brazil, South America, and Canada. So interesting to note. If we look at dislikes for the lifetime of the channel, so this is much more interesting. The highest rate is 38.5. So in Zambia, per 1,000 views, there are 38.5 dislikes, which actually, I mean, is equivalent. It's only one, but and almost a similar figure for Tanzania. Everywhere else, the map is pretty low. United States, 0.6 dislikes per 1,000 views. United Kingdom, 0.3. Russia, 0.4. None from India. None from China. none from Brazil, none from South America, sorry, Argentina, 7 from Canada, 28 from the United States, 15 from the UK, 1 from Sweden, Australia 63 dislikes in total, 14.8 dislikes per 1,000 views. So of those countries where there are sort of significant views, which is Australia, in the lifetime of the channel, it's by far the source of the biggest number of dislikes in the lifetime of the channel. So 63 dislikes and 130 likes, top of the list. And then you've got United States with 28 dislikes, but from 1,827 likes. And then you've got 15 dislikes in the UK from over 3,000 likes. So you can see that someone in Australia, or some person in Australia, don't like what I'm doing very much. But it's far and away the biggest source as a function of the actual views of dislikes. So if you then look at that in terms of the last 90 days, the last 3 months, there's the map. Incredible, really. So very low rates across the globe. United States 0.4 dislikes per 1,000 views. Canada 0.5. I mean, everywhere else. But then, you know, there's a lot of views in North America, obviously. France none, Germany 1, Spain 1, United Kingdom 0. Yeah, I mean, these are all 0. It's basically 0 almost everywhere in Africa. So in the last 90 days, you know, there's the map for the rest of the world. And then you've got Australia with 35 dislikes in total, 26.5 per 1,000 views. So that, to me, you know, is interesting, because what it means is that Australia is so disproportionate in terms of the number of dislikes, that because it's the only country globally with anything like the kind of dislike rate, it can't be something that I'm actually doing in terms of the way that I use radios, or the way that I conduct my de-expeditions or antennas, or you know, it can't be actually anything that I'm doing, because the rest of the world completely disagrees with their point of view. So you know, it's probably a person, but when you look at it, so here we go. You know, in the last 90 days, 35 dislikes, 31 likes. The next on the list is United States with 5, but then that's offset by 523 likes. And then you've got 2 from the Netherlands with 5 likes, and then 1 Canada, Germany, Spain, Ireland, etc. But you know, these are much higher. So you know, this really you know, says quite a lot, I guess, about the person or persons that are disliking the videos. So you know, at least looking at this map, it'll be clear for them to see that they're on their own, which I'm happy about. You know, is what it is. The data doesn't lie, so someone here has clearly got a problem. So there you go. If I go back to the main page, go to the video manager just briefly. And go to most viewed, just to quickly show you. I've got a lot of web pages open for this presentation, so there you go. These are the top videos in terms of number of views. Quick spin around the FDM SW2 software, 3,300 odd views. How to use the ELAD FDM Duo for shortwave listening without a computer, 3,300 views. A mounting solution for my for the Wellbrook for the garden, 2.6k views. What you get in the box, an initial demo, 2.2k views. The Roberts 12 band versus the £8 Tesco radio, over 2,000 views. And then a little instructional video I did a long time ago on how to assemble the Wellbrook and what additional parts you need, nearly 2,000 views. PL360 with a MAD 90 meter long wire, 1,700. And then different methods of tuning the ELAD, 1,600. There you go. So the PL310 ET on the barbed wire fence, 1,700. Review of the PL310 ET, 1,600. A bit on the 200-meter long wire, and portability for the FDM Duo, 1,500. And then an old video comparing the ALA 1530, over 1,500 views. So there you go. You can read them yourself, but quite a few videos now had over 1,000 views. In fact, quite a few, more than I realised. I haven't looked at this for a while. More recently, the Eton Satellite review that I did, quick sort of spin around the main features, only did that a couple of months ago, so that's had over 1,100 views. So there you go. So that's the long and the short of it for Oxford Shortwave Log. Sorry, it's a bit of a long video, but I thought you'd be interested. And you know, I'm working towards you know, my target of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year and 250,000 views. Hopefully, we'll do it. I say working, but it's not really work, because listening to the radio and experimenting with antennas, etc., and uploading the videos is the most fun thing that I can do in my life, maybe bar one other. But you know, I'm having a great time, and 99.9% of you seem to be having a great time watching the videos. I'm sorry to the persons in Australia who don't seem to like what I do, but I think it's probably more a reflection of them than me, because you've only got to look at the map to see that they're kind of on their own with that. So, you know, I hope they manage to get over it eventually. In the meantime, I wish you all fantastic DX, and look out for more videos to come. I know that I've been a bit slow getting around to you guys and watching your videos. It comes with the territory when, you know, you've got, when you upload as many videos as I do, and there's, nearly, getting on for 1,000 subscribers, but I will do my best. I promise you that. So in the meantime, 73.